Tomorrow, Sotheby's is auctioning off this. What is that? Well, it's an Apple I computer. This is the motherboard. They didn't actually have a keyboard or a monitor when this was built. I'll tell you when in a moment. But it does come with the original instruction manuals. I mean, this is pretty amazing. It looks like it's in the 1800s. Anyway, there were only 200 of these computers made, and this is one of the 6 left that actually still work. Now, keep in mind that for the eventual buyer, you're not really going to obviously use this computer. The iPhone is 1,000 times faster. But power isn't what drives price in this case. This is a piece of history. Expected to sell for as much as $180,000, which is a far cry from the $666.66 it sold for back in 1976. Now, Apple's co-founder Steve Wozniak has said this price has nothing to do with the devil. It's just repeating digits are easier to type. You know, I call baloney on that. Sorry, because honestly, 777 better, 555, whatever. Anyway, our number tonight is $2,721.44. That's actually the amount in today's dollars, which means just adjusted for inflation, that a buyer paid for the original Apple I back in 1976. You can actually buy most MacBooks today for that. Granted, Apple makes a lot more money off you now. It's cheaper to make computers in China after all. But it's nice to know that you're not getting massively ripped off.
In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we're looking into a story that seems hard to believe. It claims the horror movie Late Night with the Devil made $666,666 at the box office yesterday. And that is apparently true. According to Variety, the independent film finished 6th at the box office over the weekend, earning a total of $2.8 million, and that includes $666,666 yesterday. 666 is, of course, the symbol of the devil in modern popular culture. Fortunately, if you're looking to ward off evil spirits, the #1 movie over the weekend was Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
All right, so switching gears. The devil went down to Georgia and came back with some Nike shoes from Lil Nas X. And now the Lithia Springs native is seeing a lot of backlash this morning, and from a top shoe retailer at that. So it is everywhere now that Lil Nas X made Satan shoes famous. Then they sold out, and now Nike is ready for a legal battle. Here we go. So the shoe retailer is suing a third party after the star released 666 pairs of these so-called Satan shoes, which sold out in under a minute at a whopping over $1,000 a pair. And Nike says it's trademark infringement, saying his shoes are confusing people into believing that Nike is endorsing Satanism. Ooh. And they say they did not design or release these shoes. The sneakers are actually Nike Air Max 97s. They're modified with this bronze pentagram and inverted cross and a drop of human blood in the air bubble sole. Now, the shoe, actually, the release comes out at the same time as his new music video titled Montero, where you can see him dancing on the devil and swinging on this pole. And Lil Nas X's response to all of it, he says, well, there are mass shootings every single week and a pandemic, but people are in church discussing shoes.
Nike has won the battle over Lil Nas X's limited edition Satan shoe. Today, a federal judge granted Nike's temporary restraining order against the New York art collective Mischief, meaning for now, the $1,000 satanic-themed shoes cannot be sold and orders cannot be filled. Many consumers associated Nike's swoosh with the devilish shoes and even threatened to boycott them.
All right, bizarre story of the day warning. Nike is now legally fighting back after a company used one of its shoes to create and sell 666 so-called Satan shoes. The brand MSCHF Mischief customized a Nike staple with satanic symbols, even adding a drop of human blood.
I want to know whose blood it belongs to.
Right.
Well, the new sneakers had the backing of popular rapper Lil Nas X, and News Nation's Felicia Bolton has the latest. And Felicia, this is causing some controversy.
Yeah, it is causing a lot of controversy tonight. And to answer your question, the blood actually comes from the employees there at Mischief. Just 1 minute after going on sale, all 666 pairs of Satan shoes sold out right away. Although the shoes might be sold out, the backlash from governors, sneakerheads, and even religious figures continues tonight. But not all religious leaders say the shoes are bad.
In a 24-page lawsuit filed Monday, Nike is, quote, setting the record straight. The multi-billion-dollar company has filed a lawsuit against MSCHF Product Studio Incorporated, the makers of the Satan shoes. The shoes have 666 on the side, the Bible verse Luke 10:18, referencing Lucifer's fall to earth, the satanic pentagram, and a drop of human blood inside the sole. And the lawsuit, Nike claims this was done without Nike's approval or authorization, and Nike is in no way connected with this project. Nike claims they are filing suit to maintain control of its brand to protect its intellectual property. The shoes grew in popularity with the backing of famed rap artist Lil Nas X, who released his music video for the song Montero around the same time the shoes went on sale. At the same time, thousands of people spoke out against the shoes, taking aim at the rapper and Nike. Governor Kristi Noem even spoke out, tweeting, "Our kids are being told that this kind of product is not only okay, it's exclusive. But do you know what's more exclusive? Their God-given eternal soul."
Okay, guys, I see everybody's been talking about this shoe.
On Twitter, Lil Nas addresses the controversy with humor. He posted what appears to be an apology. Then it instantly cuts to his recent Montero music video, portraying him dancing on Satan's lap. But for Satanists, many believe the shoes themselves are not a true depiction of their religious beliefs. Lucian Greaves is the co-founder of the Satanic Temple.
Overall, I think it has its shock appeal for a short time, and then, if nothing else really kind of follows it up, if we don't really have a coherent statement from the artist about the meaning.
Greaves says although the shoes do have references to Satan, the video and shoes themselves do not follow the standard law of the Satanic Temple.
For our part, we don't venerate a Satan that's red-skinned and horned and has a pitchfork and a tail and that kind of thing. But that's a very iconic imagery that can be useful artistic raw material for anybody.
Josh, the founder of the Satanic Living magazine, says he is a Satanist as well, and he tried to get a pair of the shoes before they sold out. For his safety, he's asked us not to reveal his last name. He says the shoes themselves could help promote open-mindedness.
The shoes sold for more than $1,000 a pop. All 666 pairs sold out in under a minute. 666. That's over 600.
You, Savannah?
No. We'll go into business together.
I am not interested.
So he made over $677,000. Does anything happen to that money if the case goes in Nike's favor?
Mischief's probably using it for legal defense, but Nike has asked in their complaint to disgorge Mischief of all of that money they made, the profits, getting those back. And that can be available to them under this cause of action. So this civil case will move forward, and Nike's going to try and get all that money that Mischief made on their shoes.